There was just something special about Dan that I felt I trusted him.
I didn't think anybody could do it better than I did because I'm egotistical and I thought I was better than everybody, and I was wrong. Dan's got years of experience, and it's been a really, really big help.
We tried on several different occasions to find a company that could represent us, not only in our local market but other markets. And each time we kept coming back to the Daniel Obst agency because it represented us the best of any of the groups that we did.
I heard Dan's Obst name so much over the past 20 years that I've been here in San Diego, here at Belmont Park. And his name kept coming up over and over and over again. And finally, I met Dan and fell in love with him.
I knew I could take all of the media and my whole business, as far as the media package, and I could put it in his hands, and I felt like we were in good hands, that he cared about our company and cared about the message we get across and the money we spent as if it was his own, and that really hit home to me.
When we were introduced to Dan and found out that he did jingles, that really piqued my interest because I felt it would make our commercials much more memorable, and it has.
We didn't have a jingle before. He made one for us, and it's just done wonders.
When we continue to do what we're doing with Dan Obst at the helm, I've had nothing but positive feedback. Customers come back to us. I hear customers. I don't have to track my advertising. Customers come in and tell me, I saw your new commercial, it's bitchin'. and there's nothing better than that.
Dan was absolutely instrumental in helping us to get LT as a spokesperson. And we had LT as a spokesperson for 2 years. And Dan filmed our commercials with him and worked very well with them, and in fact helped form quite a great relationship with LT and his team.
Creatively, he's a genius as far as I'm concerned.
He knows advertising, and he knows what people's brains want to see and hear.
Through Dan, we've been able to advertise in even the most expensive time segments at what I feel are very affordable rates. And we've been able to reach our target market at prices that we wouldn't normally be able to attain through conventional buying methodologies.
Well, he can always get a lot better deal than I can when it comes to buying media. I mean, he just, because he buys so much and he knows everybody, he just grinds it all down for you, and you don't have to go through all that.
We always get the best time slots at the best rates.
Dan found ways to buy media and to negotiate on our behalf that gave us opportunities to get into media that we would not normally think that we could have the chance to do.
I used to buy a lot of my own media until I met Dan, and once I met him and learned that I was really not buying media in the proper way, and he taught me what it really takes to purchase media in a right way that can make things work for you, it was a whole different ball game for me.
In the last couple of years, we've had the worst business environment maybe in decades, and our sales have actually increased year over year, and specifically due to the television.
We've had excellent results from our media buys through Dan. We've had excellent results from the creative that we've done through Dan as well.
I can't go anywhere without somebody either mentioning the jingle or mentioning our company or mentioning me. If they meet me, they've seen me. So it's happened in the past, but not to this magnitude. And I tell you, it's because we are being shown in the right places, and it's more effective, I can tell you now, than ever before. It is good.
When we first started with Dan about 10 years ago, we had amazing results when we first started going on radio. At our business, we were growing at 20–30% a year.
The immediate response was so overwhelming and so wonderful. We showed a 16% increase immediately once Dan started working for me.
With our construction company, I'm having phenomenal results in a down economy, and it's fantastic.
And all the time that we've been dealing with Dan and his agency, it's about 3.5 years now, we've found that Dan is completely a man of his word, a man of the highest integrity, and always follows through on what he says he's going to do.